We have Usher in the building. Okay.
The best friend right here.
Yes.
Your new album coming out right now as we sit here. How does that feel?
This process of making this album, the people who have been a part of it, the process that we went through to get it, the time that we took to make certain that we curated and made it perfect, you know, playing at the Super Bowl, all of these things kind of lining up magically have, you know, just been an exciting experience overall.
I just gotta say, I ain't never seen you this calm with all of this stuff you got going on.
I'm glad you said
you
something.
are too damn calm.
Turn into Ray Charles over there.
Yeah, like he got a million things going on.
And he like to say it. I was just trying to figure it out. That man was like this, like he
John,
yeah, I'm coming to bed. Wanna cuddle in bed. Won't just open your legs and then leave you for dead.
What do you think about this season in your career? Like some people will say, like for this season in your career, I've never thought that you went away. But something about this part of your career trajectory feels so very special and divine.
You know why? Because you started with the Vegas residency, and then the Super Bowl happened to be in Vegas. Like so it just feels like it's orchestrated in a divine way, like you said.
But
like,
that's why it bothers me when they use the word comeback, because this is not a comeback.
No, that's why I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said it's a
but I'm just saying,
it's a
when you look
highlight,
at some of the
though.
things, a highlight.
It's a highlight, though, wouldn't you say?
For sure.
The city, you know, gave me an energy, and it gave me an opportunity to realize that people love our culture. And by the way, not everybody, JD, can go to Magic City. That's why I did it in Las Vegas. Like, oh man, am I supposed to be? Because the first thing anybody would assume is, oh, this is an appropriate place. It's not. This is just the culture, one, where we create our music, where we find comfort, the fact that we get to know people. You get a chance to see a person's like comfort zone or discomfort. Are you uncomfortable here in this space?
Before y'all got here, Lil Jon talked about him hearing Lovers and Friends at a strip club before he asked Usher to sing the song. This is just how we move and how we make music. And if a woman or you know if a girl goes there, whatever, I feel like if a woman can't understand this, it's not even about getting with it, because you don't do nothing. You just go to the strip club, girls getting naked, you can eat, the music playing, you don't have to do anything. But if that is just too much for you, then that means I'm too much for you.
The strip club is too much for her.
Yeah, if the strip club, you going with me to the strip club is too much for you, then that means I'm too much for you.
So an A-Town girl, typically, is what?
She know about it. She know what's up.
But you
she
know,
what's up.
What made
she probably going before I get there.
Be outside, but stay out the way at the same time. Working on her body down in Lifetime. Her new nigga, probably a drug dealer. She say that she love him, but never posts his picture. Yeah, I can tell by the way that she twerk. She from round here, I gotta pull up on her. Every time I'm down here, I try to get her to move to LA, but she say that she can't. My little baddie's such a A-Town girl. Yeah, she be riding in a foreign, but she hate to try.
I do believe everybody should visit a strip club.
Well, yes.
I do believe that.
I've been to Hooters. Does that count?
No.
Hooters, what, in the 80s, maybe?
It's not the same.
No wonder he was so surprised when you said, "You've been to Magic City?" Well, no, I haven't been to Magic City. So suppose,
now you know.
suppose everything about us was clicking, but I didn't like Magic City. Then I would be out?
Yeah, because...
No,
listen, yes, because...
But you loved everything else about me.
Yeah, I loved everything else about you, but you can't get with where I'm from. And where I'm from and what we do, you're gonna hear about it from her and her blog, and it's gonna create friction in our relationship. And the only reason it's gonna create friction in our relationship because you don't understand it. It's just a cultural...
But what are you doing at Magic City? I'm just curious.
We're having an amazing time, and we're also just indulging in the culture of life.
She don't want to go. Can it work?
I don't know. You should go.
Just for the sake of saying you went.
I want to go. Now I want to go just out of curiosity.
Yeah, just so you can say you
gotta go.
Because
just out of curiosity.
Part of the Atlanta.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
You saw
now I do
Usher's
wanna go.
Vegas residency.
Then
that was a piece of
yes,
Magic City.
Yeah. Because we were talking about, you know, this culture, you know, that is Atlanta. But the reality is, you know, I am the party.
Hey, I like that song.
You know I got a bag of money. sitting on over 20,000 square feet. No line, straight to VIP. Open all night, 7 days a week. Now you can bring your friends if you want to, or you can have me all to yourself. I got a playlist for every mood that we set, but I'm still taking your requests. So when you want me to slow it down, don't be shy, girl. Look me in my eyes, girl. Tell me that it's time to go faster. I wanna be caught in your rapture. I want my energy to match yours. We ain't gotta go nowhere tonight.
I love that word, rapture. I love that word.
If you don't understand me when you're caught up in the hype and all the lights, girl, I am the party. I am the party.
So that's one of your favorites.
That's one of my favorites. I love the vibe, and I feel like it's like a, you know, when you driving down, you know, the road after the club and you just play it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's one of those songs. I love that song.
What I really, you know, am embracing is the fact that I built it with the people that I started with. I built it with the people that I built my entire career with. And as an independent artist, you know, and this venture being something that is all passion-based, me and L.A. being back together again, me and J.D., you know what our relationship has been and will always be. But, you know, it really feels good to be able to still nurture those relationships and make incredible music together that you love and that I think is really bringing, you know, love back to the top. We was a bit toxic. I don't know if he told you that.
Yeah.
No, but that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
How we were talking about R&B, how it lost its, you know, that love. Like it was talking about love, and then it went to this toxic space. But then we were talking about how after Confessions, everybody was like, "Oh, I want to do my Confessions," and it kind of changed the trajectory of R&B. So you were at the beginning of that, and how you're trying to bring it back around. You know what I mean? And so that's
what
really
that song
special.
was, not to cut you off. That's what that song was. That song was to focus on more men directing love towards the woman. Like she said, she liked the word rapture.
Yes, I love that word,
Like,
rapture.
and when I used
means
that,
bliss.
I actually thought that Usher was gonna be like, yo,
The Rapture?
That shit
I
sound
love it.
like
I'm Anita
Rapture?
Baker. I'm an Anita Baker fan for life. Come on, man.
Can we talk about Please You? What did you think, Angie, about Please You?
I love that.
to me was
Let's play
classic
Please You right
Usher
now.
to me.
When you let me please let me please you. I know you got me, so please let me please you. 'Cause all of my intentions are good. I fought to have it back, and you know that I would. Please let me.
Okay, so y'all have seen, we got people going and coming. We got somebody
J.I.D.
new right now. Can you introduce yourself to the camera?
I'm J.I.D. I'm from East Side Atlanta.
Yes, East Side.
We're here with the gang. What's up, man?
Okay, it's
Yes,
real
sir.
Atlanta
Really
in here.
Thank y'all for having
Okay.
me.
This is what we were
you know
talking
what I
about
like
Usher's career, because it's 30 years. I don't know any artist you can make love to their music, dance to their music, cry to their music. Very few people can do that and do that well consistently, and that's what you've done this whole career. And this album, I think, just covers all of those bases. Do you think so?
I think so.
We can dance, we can make love, we can break up, we can
Yeah.
get back together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a song.
All in
of it.
those songs.
Yeah.
You know what I like about this song that we just played?
What?
It has that old school R&B.
Yes.
R&B.
Nostalgic a bit,
Nostalgic.
yeah.
It felt nostalgic.
Nostalgic,
Was that
yeah.
intentional?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I think that classic music is forever. You know, I mean, the only thing that gives us timestamp is that it probably, you know, was more relevant to hear live instruments in the past, and that we kind of moved to a technical side where, you know, we're using synthesized music and stuff. But there's a balance in that song itself.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not
it's
intended,
based around a
you know,
song.
yeah,
That
sample.
listen to
Yeah.
my heartbeat,
Yeah.
baby. It comes from an older record.
Jermaine, my intentions are good.
Yeah.
I love that.
But you know what I want to ask you, because I feel like this is something that you do that's very hard for people to do.
Yeah.
It seems like in every era, you've managed to make good music that resonates with people. How do you do that? Like, how do you stay consistent and continue to reinvent yourself for every era? You know what I mean?
Part of it is keeping, you know, incredible energy like J.I.D. around me, you know what I'm saying? And like by the way, we'll have a session at JD's studio and just start playing music and just getting the feel for where people are and how they feel about it. And Atlanta is that. Atlanta is a melting pot. It's not an age group or either a genre or style of music that everybody listens to. Nah, it's like you can listen to any and everything, man. And we create from the place of just making music that everybody can love. The reason why is because we open our arms to, the ones that are coming, as well as continue to, learn from what they might have. Like, pay attention to what they're doing. Like, when they got it going, it's like, yo, I see you, I'm supporting you, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you,
So you're saying just embracing,
that's part of it.
Talent.
The other half is trying to make stuff that I know they're gonna like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just growing with it. I remember the session you came by we had one time, and we just playing a bunch of music, and I just remember you just speaking on heavy on the vibes and stuff like that, just trying to keep it organic and just relating to every person in the room, and I just learned something from that moment. So I don't know, it's cool watching, like, not even cool, it's amazing, like, watching this process and your ascension, you know what I'm saying? And it hasn't stopped, so it's just like, it kind of, definitely inspires, like, my art and everything that I'm doing, just watching it, bro. And then you being from the A, like, come on, bro. Like,
man.
I don't know, I had to come check you out, bro.
But even with the
J.I.D,
songs,
have you been to Magic City?
I'm not the Magic City aficionado. Like, I would say it's like third place to me.
Third place is still on the base.
Still in the game.
3 bases on the
still
field.
in the game.
So third base, you about to come home. You're going home. You're going home.
You coming home. You coming home.
You about to come home. You gotta come on home.
Did
You
y'all
on
name
third
y'all
base, you gotta
tops?
come home. Good. They are having this.
I hate to be to make it to forever. Probably ain't getting back together. But that don't mean that I can't wish you better.
I love good,
But we still good.
We're not good, but we're still good.
We ain't good, meaning still together. But we good,
Yeah.
I still care about you.
I care about you.
care about you.
I mean, I'm just saying, but at
I
least
wish you well.
I wish you well. There
I
you
wish
go.
you well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about.
Yo, but by the way,
You gotta close the door and change the lock.
No,
It depends.
no,
If
for
you
real,
have
I
kids
feel
together.
like I understand this song. I understand because I do feel like people put a lot of time into relationships,
Yes.
right? And it is weird to me that you could put like 10, 20, 30 years into a relationship and then you act like one day you don't even know, like you don't even like that person. Like you spent 10 years with a person, y'all supposed to be good. Regardless what happens.
But it's more the guy or the girl establishing boundaries. That's the thing. It's
yeah,
more
but
about
we was just
boundaries.
talking about that. Like, you can't, like, yeah.
But because you've known me 30 years or 20 years, doesn't mean you can abuse me. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, but
abuse
what
a
makes,
relationship.
my question to this is like, what makes you not be good? What could happen in a relationship that makes you not be good?
You breaking up with the person and
Yes.
not wanting to be with them?
You breaking up.
You cheating on the person?
No,
Well,
I mean,
cheating is like,
that's
inevitable.
on the side.
We have taken a turn, ladies and gentlemen. Security!
Don't blame me, blame the Remy. It's the Remy. When the Remy's in your system.
Got me the girl and she got her nigga. He never stood a chance, he don't give what I give him. Don't say nothing, we keep it private. PDA, it ain't an option, no. But I'm a different person every time I get with her. I mean, I love my baby, but she way bigger. I introduce her to things that she ain't used to. I got a woman, but baby, don't wanna lose you. It's what I want and everything that I need. I know that it's wrong, but it still feels so right.
Okay, now, welcome to the party, Johnta Austin. He wrote the bridge of this song. So, if, you know.
Hey, no, I had a question. I was going
Okay,
where
go
you
ahead.
going. I wanted to know the process of this song right here. Even though you just gave us a little spoiler, I know what I'm saying. How did y'all come together on it? How did it become the world that it is right now? Because I told you,
I tell you like this.
It popped off. It
I'm
started
gonna
off
tell you
right
like
here.
this. It went just like this. It was B. Cox in the studio. Then Teron was in the studio. T-Ron was in the studio. He said, don't say his name wrong. T-Ron was in the studio,
I say it
and they
twice.
started writing the song, and me and Usher was in another room. They came and got me and said, JD, you gotta hear this. So I came in the room. I'm like, yeah. I start vibing to the song. I'm like, shit, Usher gotta hear this. So then I go get Usher. Usher come in the room. And Usher like, I said that already. And I was like, nah, you ain't say this. What did he say? We talked about this.
We said, you said that it was the opposite of
Yeah,
what
it was
he
the
said on
opposite of Confessions, because in Confessions, he was in love with his girl, but he was still, you know, he still had a person on the side. This is a song about the man being in love with the chick on the side. Not saying he's not in love with his girl, but he don't actually ever say that he's in love with his girl. He's in love with this girl. And he has to deal with the fact that he's in love with this girl. That's a different.
It's a different emotion.
That's a different emotion.
Yeah.
And Johnta came in.
It's a little more complex too.
Then Johnta came in at the end.
So,
by the way, I'm drinking. It's the ring. Listen,
When the ring is in the system.
ain't no telling.
Johnta and
He about to tell.
J.I.D. are family. They real cousins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Johnta came in at the end of the song. And what did you say in the end of the song?
I know he made it
In the
spicy.
bridge?
In the bridge, what are you saying? Why your head down?
it's too late for you to find out. Don't start sweating now.
I
know it was spicy. That's why I said I
It's
know
too
it was
late.
spicy, whatever
It's too
he
late
said.
for me to, call it off.
Yeah, come on. Come on. You wrote it. What are we doing?
No.
We
Come
gonna
on.
have to keep it a
Johnta, you
secret.
wrote it.
Yeah,
It don't have to reflect your life, but you've been there before.
So hold up.
Explain.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yo.
Hey, man, come on. When the rim is in my system.
Oh my God.
Because, by the way, I'm going to tell y'all about a writing process, right? So this song was basically done, but we all felt like this song needed a bridge, right? I didn't have it.
Me specifically.
I don't always.
That sounds
Yeah,
like-
Usher.
So we got to keep the bridge alive.
We need a
man.
bridge. I don't always have the
alive.
words. Johnta has words. T-Ron has words. Other people have words. All I'm saying is Johnta came to the studio and heard this song, and he had the words in less than 20 minutes. So that means, or you can just explain to us why you wrote this song, how you wrote that
I'll
bridge
let LA
so
play
fast.
the bridge and it
Ah,
can
come on,
speak for
man.
itself.
It's too late for me to slide out. I can only hope my baby don't find out. You can only hope your nigga don't get wild. That I'm the one you're seeing and receiving on the late night. Yeah, we cutting it close. Running out of alibis, it's just a matter of time. Still, I don't wanna let it go. So we gon' have to keep it a secret. I know that it's wrong, but it still feels so right. All right.
You can't write lyrics like that if you don't know what the fuck you talking about. So Johnta, by the way, I'm not. Listen, he's married, ladies. Don't even think this. He's not in that space. But he's one of the greatest songwriters. He's one of the greatest songwriters ever, as far as I'm concerned. And I just want you to tell them your process.
Well, I mean, for this song, I mean, truth be told, I wasn't always in the space that I'm in now, so I was able to call back to you, right? Right. I was able to recall back when I, was going through similar situations. So no, I think, you live a little bit. I think the best writing comes from, you gotta live a little. You know what I mean? Like the songs that I was always inspired by, I listened to them, it was like, ain't no way they didn't know somebody or live this themselves. So that's, like, yeah, it's too late to slide out. We here now. Like it's, I want to stop it, but it's too late for
But
that.
Usher, did you?
It's not that I don't want to be right.
No, I mean, I did. I had to conjure some of the older relationship, kind of things that inspired the song. Because I'm not going to let y'all know what he wrote at the back end of it. I was like, yo, Johnta, I can't say that. So then I was like, I
I was
flipped
about to say, he wrote the last three lines.
I flipped it. I was like, nah, we got to
Dial it back.
Yeah. Oh, so he wrote "Keep It Our Secret."
No.
No, yeah, because I
He's
said,
talking about some no. Yeah, he wrote "Keep It Our
No, I
Secret."
said, yeah, we cutting it close, running out of alibis. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Still, I don't want to. He wrote, still, I want to let it go. And I said, we're going to have to keep it a secret. I know, yeah, but
Yeah.
it was like, I was like, this is the reality of what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it's that good, and you
That's
finally.
that honeymoon shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, it's not.
Right.
Nah, the song is really about falling in love with your chick on the side.
Yeah.
You didn't
Because I
really
say
mean
something
to.
about fucking up your date nights. You know,
Yeah.
I'll give it all up to stay one night.
Yeah, I was like.
See you next week at the same time.
But wait, my question is,
Yeah, we just put
if
it on
you
the
fall in
calendar.
love with the chick on the side, why not get with the chick on the side and break up with the main one?
No, because I love the main one too.
Oh, okay.
More.
It's the 80-20.
Here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
And it's called the 80-20 rule.
80-20.
It's the 80-20 rule.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
the 50-50 rule.
Oh no. Yeah, let's go to room in the room. Room in the room. Hold on. This is good. Yeah, this is an interesting. By the way.
I ain't wanna do it, I ain't wanna say it. I just been trying to take it, but I've been going through it. Done with the faking, trying not to lose it. I need a room, I need a place to get off. Some shit that's on my mind, what would you do if I say I need space? Even if it's space from you. I bought some room cause I'm trying to keep the peace. Trying to keep the savage nigga on the leash. He be trying to eat, ain't trying to move. Cause I got ties I ain't never trying to lose. Just trying to find me some room in this room. Too many glasses of that Migos. Got a nigga in a casa. Looking through IG hosts. Ain't trying to cheat though. They just be popping up based on who I follow.
Yeah, that was one of them ones, right?
Yeah.
So me and Johnta, we have many front porch
in it.
conversations and, you know what I'm saying, gentleman's lounge conversations. You know what I'm saying? We sit back, have a couple cigars, you know what I'm saying, and then go into detail. And then, you know, the rest is
And hash
what
it
it
out.
becomes, you know?
Y'all in
Absolutely.
the jungle just chopping wood. Like,
But I thought it was a
love it.
unique idea, you know what I'm saying, to really be in a relationship. And I always try to find metaphoric ways to explain what I'm feeling. And I'll start out with a title, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, I'm looking for like space, room in a room. And I was literally like using a reality, like a scenario that's a real thing. Like I actually had a room in a room. But why do I have that room in a room? And, you know, from that conversation, I think it just got really deep.
We are often having, in-depth conversations. And it's like wanting to, because you can commit to something. And it's, like, man, I'm not gonna mess this up. However, I don't lose my desire to need space. Mm-hmm. I don't lose my desire to, like my eyes still work. I need to be able to just see, not touch, but see. I have a saying, I don't miss a thing. Mm-hmm. And Jen knows that around, like I don't like,
We
so
also know that you say anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. And so that's where, like,
managing that process.
Right,
crazy.
and so like that's where the line is like, I'm sitting in the house just drinking, like I'm not out causing trouble. Mm-hmm. But I might be on IG scrolling through a few IG models. I'm not in their DMs, but I'm looking, you know what I mean? And it's like, so it's like I'm committed, but everything still works. Like, my eyes, that hunger, and I'm trying to keep that,
contained.
Right.
Yeah, keeping the temptation at bay.
We got some new friends. We doing switcheroos here. Yeah. But yeah, like, do you want to introduce yourself and how you know Usher?
My name is Shawn Pecas Costner. I'm at CAA now, but for a very long time, I had the privilege of working for a great man named Mr. L.A. Antonio Reed with my brother Usher Raymond, who she's probably the first superstar in my life that embraced me as not only a person that can work for him and work with him, but as a brother and give me the opportunity to learn so many different facets about being around a superstar. So I love you and I thank you for that for the rest of my life. So we always
It seems like you got a lot of relationships that you've held for a long time.
Absolutely.
Is that easy to do, or?
When it's real, the ones that are real, are the ones that are still here, and the ones that have been, down through the perception of hard times, but it's always been about growth, and I learned a lot from him, and being able to understand, the family that I was building. Rather, it was with, you know, the people I started with, producers that I work with, writers and creators that I work with, or the people who were teaching me the other side of the business. And, you know, he was always the one, like I was a wild kid, so I'd say some of the wildest shit to people, and he'd be like, yo, you can't say that, bro. You know, but also too, just, you know, being a real one. We got a relationship that far, you know, goes past just music, but supporting each other. The simple fact that he's even here right now is an expression of it, you know.
Well, you know, when LA teaches us kids, we're brothers for life. There's no getting away. When we get a phone call from our man Chris and says, yo, I want you to come through, bring a couple of your clients or friends through, and that's how we get to Molly. Molly is a co-host of the biggest show on ESPN, First Take, alongside Stephen A. Smith. She wanted to come in and see Usher and spend some time, so that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. The first time I saw you perform, you opened, I'm gonna date myself right now, for Janet Jackson.
Oh, man.
I think it was the Velvet Rope Tour.
Yeah.
My Way. And it was incredible. Like incredible then, till now, you know, 2 years ago going through a divorce, and now I hear Good Good, and that's the anthem.
Yeah.
You know?
See?
So what are we talking, right? I mean, how much time is that?
So
15 years?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe more.
My entire career spans 30 years. So, you know, just, you know, from the beginning of, you know, finally making the connection, I really do appreciate Janet opening her arms to me and allow me to be an opening act for her, because it really did begin to help me understand what it was to expand and think larger. But it also to introduce me to people that, you know, would you know, build and also to support me throughout the years. But, you know, rather it's New York or rather it's Atlanta or rather it's Los Angeles, there's a huge, you know, network that L.A. Reid, you know, kind of taught us to build for ourselves. And those relationships are all about recognizing each other. The energy, even simply, if you look at the, you know, the idea of where we all come from and what our perspectives are, we all hear each other.
Do I get to ask questions after? Yeah. The journalists can come out right now.
Let me take it back. See me coming, running on a journey. See me coming, pick up, I'm just trying to find my way back home. Just put me on the right road, make I run like you saying boo. Feel like I'm not even close.
Can you tell us how the Burna Boy feature came about? And why did you decide to put him on this song?
Well, I'm all about collaboration and bringing, you know, Africa and, you know, kind of Nigerian culture, you know, to my audience. This was something obviously that's you know, really popular right now, but I wanted to be a part of it. I traveled to Africa in making this album, and I picked up things when I was there in Ghana. I picked up things when I was in Nigeria, and working with Fields, he created the record. I just felt like Burna would have, you know, given it a different level of, you know, of credibility. And, you know, I really do enjoy, you know, him as an artist solo, but I just felt like this song, you know, would only be lifted better if he was a part of it, you know?
And it's so, like, it's talking about someone who's, you know, experiencing fame on the road, and they come home and they just want to cuddle. Is this something that, like, personal to you? Is this, like, your personal experience where you feel like, I just want to go home to my family? And
I mean,
especially being on the road and doing residences. Like,
I mean, not just being on the road, but just being outside, period. You know, eventually you got to come home. And, you know, there's something beautiful being inside. You know, and I found that. I found an incredible partnership, an incredible relationship. And the song is a little bit about what that is, what that feels like to have the other side of it, you know? Yeah.
Okay. You always been like a relationship type of person throughout your career. Would you say that? I mean, I feel like you
let them talk about this.
Love.
Let them talk about this. Okay. You know, I lost perspective of it, you know. I don't.
No, he's always been
I'm not, you know how they say,
breakup relationship.
I don't even know what single, I just remember plural. Right. He's like, I'm not single, I'm plural.
What's home for you now?
What's home? I mean, overall, just being comfortable, you know, being able to celebrate after having the journey that I've had in my life, and, you know, just having these experiences and finally finding, you know, joy in a relationship. It's taken a long time to find that, and I'm really happy. But more than anything, it's because I found home where I was, wherever I was. I wasn't looking for something. I'm not looking for something. you know, I'm comfortable right now. Yeah.
And that respite, regardless of where you are.
Yeah.
How different is it now having that balance of having both?
I mean, when you find the center, you ain't got to figure out how to, you know, overcompensate. And we were talking about your representative. You know, you can live your life in your representative and be in that honeymoon stage of life and relationships. Imagine when you finally get to the place where it's like, yo, this is who I am. Can you accept who I am and what comes with me? Does it turn you off? Can you love me unconditionally? Can we really have a relationship where I can love you unconditionally, you know?
So you dropped a visual for...
See, this exactly what you did. You ruined me for everybody. You ruined me for everybody. Whoa, bye-bye. Good riddance for the last time. So you can try. Maybe you can get it right. Correct time, baby. Then you can be mine. Ruin me for everybody.
I love that song. 'Cause I'm an Afro beats fan, so I feel like that gave me a little bit of Afro beats. I love it. So can you tell us where the inspiration came for that song?
Life. I'm more interested in how people feel about it when they hear it. How does it hit them?
It hits me because I know what it means to be in a relationship that ruins you for everybody.
You just can't get over the past thing that has happened.
You bring that old hurt into every new relationship, and so now it's like you see things from a different perspective. It's not as innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think ruin is a really powerful word.
It is.
And I think the ruin choice is really powerful, and the heaviness and how that can carry, and how that can carry on, especially ruin me for everybody, carrying on to the next and to the next and the next, and the heaviness and the realness that brings.
Yeah. It's the baggage song.
Yeah.
It's like a bad taste in your mouth type.
But it's real.
From a man's perspective, have you felt that?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like men really relate to that.
Yeah,
Because women, we can heal.
Yeah, 100%.
And get over something, but men, it's like it sticks in their head for some reason.
Yeah, especially if a guy opened his heart, and you know what I'm saying, it's much harder to take that risk again. You know what I'm saying?
And it could be a plethora of things. It could be like more than just like the, say the simple cheating or whatever. It could be anything like emotional, just like not understanding emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Intelligence or whatever. That's what I'm trying to say.
And it feels like sometimes with men specifically, to your point, that wall is built.
Yeah. I don't know
then
why
whether
it's
it's ego.
so
I think
severe
it's
with men.
ego related.
Yeah, I think it's ego because we can be hurt and just like, and also I think it's community. We have like our girlfriends. We can go deep into the pain, whereas men, I don't know if they go that deep to heal. You know what I mean? Like we do. But so we're gonna do one more song, and at first we're gonna do Bop.
Cause I miss you in the morning.
And I made a trip
I miss you in the afternoon. Girl, I miss you in the evenings. Girl, I miss you like I never knew.
I made my own championship ring.
Girl, I miss you like Jodeci. Girl, I miss you like Pac. Girl, I miss you like Khalil. Come back and make this song stop.
Wow.
What's that?
You know, the winner of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The real winner.
Wait. We got a few new guys. So can you introduce yourself and how you know Usher?
That's my dog. Atlanta native, you know what I'm saying? Young Health, Barry Hefner. Since the 80s co-president. You know, just all around Atlanta native.
Okay.
West Side veteran, you know what I'm saying? Just the whole Atlanta thing.
Atlanta is heavy in the building right now.
We got to come support the king.
Yeah.
What do you think about his longevity? To be able to do it at this level for this amount of time and be as hot right now as a decade ago or 2 decades ago or 3 decades ago? Because it's so rare.
Like it's preparation. Actually, every time I see him, you know, it's kind of, I sent my mom to his show. And just being from Atlanta and understanding the whole makeup of what he meant to Atlanta and just knowing everybody and everything around it, it's just preparation, just coming every day to work, show up, being a star. And I think he exemplifies is that, you know, he's a star at all times. Anytime you see him, keeping his body right, just dancing, understanding his level of entertainment. You don't really find too many people, especially young artists in today's time, that he's a blueprint. You know, he's a blueprint from from now to then, you know, I think that's the most amazing thing about him right now.
I want to know though, did you always see this point in your career coming?
To be perfectly honest, it just really started by way of believing in something, you know. I think it's really a matter of just being open and, again, believing, you know, open to reestablishing relationships of the past, making certain that the people that I build with and the people that, you know, I want to continue to stay connected with are building with me. You know, I had a vision. I went to Las Vegas, me, my manager, Ron Lafitte, we decided, yo, if we can just make certain that people remember what it is that we do, you know, it's just gonna bring a lot of joy to people. And that's what happened. That turned into, you know, a successful residency that lasted 100 shows sold out. And the crescendo of that was the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it was just a matter of believing. I don't know if it was ever a moment I was like, you know, I just, you know, I'm gonna hang up music. I forever love it. I do a lot of other things, but that's my passion place, and you know where I'm willing to spend the time. You know, it goes with my lifestyle. It goes with how I take care of myself.
What have you learned about patience?
Yeah, I mean, I require a lot. People have to work.
But looking at it right now, no,
for your journey, like what could you tell other artists about what you've learned about patience?
Well, just one, not only to be patient, but be passionate, and be willing to invest the time in yourself. It's not always just about the money that you put in yourself, but it's about the time and the belief that you have in your creativity and the fact that it might not happen right away. You know, you may have this idea of the audience that you want, but you got to see them before you actually see them. You got to, you know, prepare for them before they show up. You know, it's like if you want to be an incredible executive, you got to move like one. You want to be an incredible artist, you got to move like one. You want to be incredible at whatever you do, you got to call that energy to yourself.
Lifetime of friendships.
This right here, gonna make you put a ring on it. Making calls about your feelings. This is forever. Pressing your love for one. Oh, because you found one.